Alright, we're just prying the shift bellows off with a screwdriver here. At a later date, replacing that. And the shift cable behind it, I am not planning on replacing. So we're taking that off, and the shift cable will pull through because we've already disconnected it earlier on this video in the engine compartment. This is the hole that was in the bellows. I'm not sure if there were other spots. I don't see any other. It looks like the hole was limited to that one area there and a little bit at the top, and that was where water was entering the bellows on this particular unit. For ease of disassembly, what I have a tendency to do is just to cut a hole in the line in the exhaust bellows and in the water pump line here. And also, you can also just cut yourself a hole in the U joint bellows, and it makes taking the unit apart a little bit easier. This bellows wire here just pulls straight through. I find this easier if you do it this way. The shift cable we've already undone, but if you notice the shift cable down here in this area here, even though I undone it and pulled it forward, the shift cable was already broken prior to me taking the unit apart, which means water would have been going into the shift cable unit. I'm just going to pull this forward, and you can pull it pretty much as far as whatever you need to make it rest. It's got about 4 feet in there where it feeds up to the engine, so that you can work on it with some comfort. This is the U joint bellows here. Placing the screwdriver underneath, trying to break off the old contact cement that's in there, or U joint bellows they call it. It's not really contact cement. We take that off, then we would go in here, take off the water pump clamp. This is the water pump pickup tube here that should just pull out. Just simply cut that across, make a couple of strokes with the a knife. Often makes it easier to pull it off. There is a hole drilled in this unit here, and you can simply slide a common screwdriver, which, believe it or not, I don't have handy right now, in here, which will undo this water pump clamp on the exhaust bellows. What I do have handy, however, is this snap-on tool, and so I'm simply going to undo the bellows with bellows clamp here, or water pump clamp, or whatever you want to call it. Once again, I'm going to cut this exhaust bellows and sort of peel it off. Makes removing it a lot easier than fighting with it, and it's not as if we're going to reuse it or anything. This unit here, the exhaust housing here and the cavity here for the U joint bellows, this all needs to be wire brushed on all these. Where the shift bellows is going to go on here, it needs to be wire brushed clean, and using a lacquer thinner, wiped after you finish wire brushing it, to keep the surface clean prior to putting on the bellows cement. This unit here, on this particular unit, this bearing turns freely. There's no play I can feel, and it turns smoothly. So this particular gimbal bearing doesn't require pulling. However, if it did, we would simply put in a tool in here and simply pull the unit straight out. Some units do have a circlip here. This particular one doesn't. This is a gimbal bearing. It has a ridge on the outside here, which is a press-on fit, which holds it in place when it's in this unit. So when taking this one out, you would simply pull it straight out with a slide hammer attachment on the inside of this bearing. Comes out quite easy. Okay, this is a wire brush on an electric drill, portable drill, nothing fancy. And what we're going to do is we're going to go in here and we're simply going to wire brush all the housings at the top where the U joint bellows goes, and then this shift cable bellows goes. We're going to clean it all up, and then we're going to clean it with lacquer thinner.